Now this morning to that ABC News exclusive with the crew members of the HMS Bounty, the tall ship that sank off the North Carolina coast during Hurricane Sandy. The survivors are now speaking out for the very first time about their harrowing ordeal. And ABC's Matt Gutman joins us from St. Petersburg, Florida with the very latest. Matt, good morning.
Good morning, Elizabeth. That's right, a terrifying ordeal. And some of the 14 survivors we met at this pier where the Bounty had been docked are still in shock. They abandoned ship in chaos, the ship falling on its side, tossing many of them into the water. They say they wouldn't be alive today if it weren't for their teamwork and for the heroism of the Coast Guard.
We're right over the raft, back 10.
They were some of the most enduring images of Hurricane Sandy, the shipwrecked crew of the Bounty poking their heads out of the life raft, the Coast Guard choppers pulling them to safety, the doomed ship sinking. There must have also been an element of fear when you guys realized, when you made the decision, we've got to leave this thing.
But I wasn't really worried.
I was never scared.
And this morning, after a week of silence, the HMS Bounty's crew is speaking out exclusively to ABC News, talking for the first time about what happened that night and the loss of their two crewmates, Captain Robin Walbridge and Claudine Christian.
We're a washing machine in an earthquake while going down giant slides.
It all began on October 25th. Captain Robin Walbridge writing on Facebook that with Hurricane Sandy on the move, a ship is safer at sea than in port. But 3 days into the voyage, they found themselves in the middle of the storm. The seas heaving 3 stories high.
The weather was so bad and we had so little control.
Winds shooting at them at 70 miles per hour.
I kept every ounce of my strength to focus through to survive.
And by the 4th day, the ship, constructed for the 1962 film Mutiny on the Bounty and featured in Pirates of the Caribbean, had been taking on water for 24 hours.
We had determined a safe time when we knew that the ship would still be stable, that we could get everyone on deck and change our focus from saving the ship to saving every life.
Was that a difficult decision to make?
It's a very difficult decision to make.
Crew members had trained for this rough weather countless times.
I've been through 2 other hurricanes with Robin on the Bounty. The ship was in great shape. We were literally going to be getting up and launching the life rafts, and she went over.
As the ship began going under, the crew members put on these red survival suits designed to help them float.
At that moment, I can't be sure that I knew who any of the red suits were around me.
Within hours, they began to hear the beating rotors of the Coast Guard helicopters.
I think everybody in the life raft just started hooting and hollering.
But they were far from safe. A Coast Guard rescue swimmer launching himself from a chopper churned towards them.
He asked who's ready to get out of here. And we were all about to say, yeah, and then the raft just gets crushed with this wave and knocks him pretty good.
I called them angels who came from the sky to save us.
You know, I wouldn't be here without a bunch of people here keeping me going and helping me get into the life raft.
First mate John Svinden was the only survivor not in a raft. He swam to a floating beacon, the brainchild of their captain, Robin Walbridge.
So I give my life to Robin and to his ingenuity, to his leadership that I'm here today.
But those who were pulled out alive had no idea who else had survived.
When we got up there, everybody cheered each time we saw a new face come into that helicopter.
But not everyone made it home. Claudine Christian was one of the Bounty's newest crew members and already part of their family.
She left her teddy bear at home because she didn't know if it would be safe for him to come with her on the Bounty.
She was having the most fun ever on the best ride ever. She was so happy.
Christian's last text to her mother read, "If I go down with the ship and the worst happens, just know that I'm truly, genuinely happy." The Coast Guard found her body just hours later, but couldn't revive her. The body of Captain Robin Walbridge has not been recovered. And for the 14 who made it, survival is bittersweet.
I'm going to miss them for the rest of my life.
We all feel that way.
Today, they are mourning, but grateful.
You know, when you survive death, when you've experienced that and pulled through it, there's nothing else like it.
I'm never going to have a bad day again in my life.
Now, nearly all of those survivors managed to stuff some sort of memento into those big red Gumby suits. Doug Font had this, Mush, the bounty bear. But to a person, they all said that none of this stuff mattered at all. All they wanted was to see each other at the end of the day. Now, the Coast Guard is investigating this, and those 14 survivors say they're all cooperating.